Welcome to the Reliance 500 XLS Laboratory Glassware Washer in-service training program. Steris has developed this program to help you learn how to properly operate and maintain your Reliance 400 XLS and 500 XLS laboratory glassware washers. The Reliance XLS laboratory glassware washers are manufactured in two chamber sizes: the 400, which can accommodate up to 4 accessories, and the 500, which can accommodate up to 6 accessories depending on selected options. The units are equipped with an easy-to-operate vertical power sliding door and are available in single or double door configurations. The door is equipped with a safety sensor to automatically retract the door if obstruction is detected in the doorway. A safety door switch prevents a cycle from starting if the door is not fully closed and stops the washer operation if door is open. The Reliance XLS laboratory glassware washers are equipped with a programmable logic control and a color touchscreen interface. This user-friendly interface allows the operator to create passwords, define user access levels, and program washing cycle parameters. Both washer models offer 6 pre-programmed cycles and 5 customizable cycles for processing a wide variety of loads. Cycles can be user-defined and named according to load or even operator. Below the control screen, the optional printer is conveniently located for an easy access to cycle printout information. The printer records all cycle parameters, cycle status, and alarms for every cycle. Reliance 400 500 XLS laboratory glassware washers have 3 cabinet panels to allow access to all serviceable components. These panels should only be removed by qualified maintenance staff or service technicians. The main power switch is located behind the load side control panel. This switch should be left in the on position and only turned off for servicing or maintenance. Prior to using your XLS washer, ensure all utilities are turned on, that detergent lines are inserted in detergent containers, that paper is properly installed in the printer, and that accessories are in place in the wash chamber. Automatic washing is an effective method for removing various organic and inorganic soils from typical laboratory glassware and plasticware. For any item that is being washed, please refer to manufacturer recommendations prior to processing. In order to effectively clean glassware and plasticware, it is important to understand a few basic washing principles. The washing process is based on 6 key parameters that can influence cleaning efficacy: temperature, action, chemistry, concentration, coverage, and time. A typical washing cycle is comprised of 5 phases: a pre-wash, a wash, a rinse, a final rinse, and a drying phase. Temperature may vary from one phase to another. The pre-wash phase allows for removing the gross soil. It is recommended to use cold water, approximately 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 degrees Celsius for proteins and glucose-based soils. 150 degrees Fahrenheit or 65 degrees Celsius temperature for mineral-based soils, and up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit or 82 degrees Celsius temperature for fat, oils, and greases. The wash phase is intended to thoroughly remove all remaining dirt particles on processed items. During this phase, a predefined amount of detergent is automatically injected in the washer chamber. Typical water temperature ranges from 140 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 to 82 degrees Celsius, while optimum cleaning results can be obtained at 150 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit or 65 to 71 degrees Celsius. The rinse step ensures detergent residues are removed from processed items and can be performed with regular hot tap water. The final rinse allows for removing any remaining residues using purified water. The pure water is typically heated at around 122 degrees Fahrenheit or 50 degrees Celsius and sprayed on the load items, preventing spotting and stains on glassware. The pure water rinse can be recirculated or non-recirculated. The last phase is the drying. It eliminates moisture on the load, chamber, accessories, and piping. The air temperature can reach up to 240 degrees Fahrenheit or 115 degrees Celsius, or lower for heat-sensitive items such as plasticware. The cleaning efficacy will also depend on the degree of turbulence and impingement inside the washer chamber. The pressure in the XLS washers can be set to low or high to ensure optimal mechanical action is achieved without damaging load items. Depending on the nature of the soil, various types of chemistries can be used. Acidic detergents are generally recommended for minerals, inorganic, and alkaline soils, while alkaline detergents are more efficient against proteins, organic, and acidic soils. Neutral detergents may be required for pH-sensitive items. The detergent concentration is also based on the quantity of soil to be removed and its nature. A concentration of 1 to 2 ounces per gallon or 8 to 16 milliliters per liter is typically adequate to remove most soils. Coverage is the most important key parameter as it ensures that the cleaning solution reaches all internal and external surfaces of the load items. The selection of the appropriate loading accessories is consequently very important and will be discussed further later in the video. Finally, wash time is influenced by the quantity and condition of the soil. Heavily soiled items or items with dried soil may require longer wash time. Safety, yours and your associates, is an important part of the washing process. Please remember to utilize appropriate personal protective equipment such as goggles and gloves while operating your washer. Reliance XLS laboratory glassware washers include a number of important safety features. Be sure to read all of the safety warnings and cautions that are detailed in the safety precautions, washing operation, and routine maintenance sections of your XLS washer operator manual. The first time you start your washer, the display shows the Power Up screen for up to 2 minutes, followed by Door Initialization and Ready Mode screen. It is necessary to press Close Door touchpad to pressurize door in closed position. Once the Ready Mode screen appears, press the Door touchpad to open chamber door. Reliance XLS washers can be used on 1 or 2 washing levels if the optional universal shelving system was purchased. The glassware racks can be pulled halfway out and loaded in place. As an alternative, accessories can be pulled out on the transfer cart if available. The selection of loading accessories is critical to ensure all internal and external surfaces of load items will be cleaned. Refer to Section 4 in the Operator Manual for recommendations and best practices. This chart is a guide that can be used to determine the best accessory for the items to be processed. Spindle headers for large glassware must be used in conjunction with the glassware support baskets and dividers that were provided. This ensures glassware is positioned straight over the spindles. Use protective mesh and plastic rods to prevent damage to glassware. Use appropriate covers to prevent small items from being ejected from baskets. As you prepare your load, ensure that water is able to contact all areas. Spindle headers are recommended for all narrow neck glassware or plasticware, such as cylinders, volumetric, and Erlenmeyer flasks. To optimize washing efficiency, spindle inside glassware must arrive at half height of glassware. Adjustable high clips should be used for optimal performance when cleaning small glassware. When washing accessories are loaded and in proper position inside wash chamber, the operator can close the door and manually select the desired cycle on touchscreen. The cycle selection screen is set at the factory with default cycles. 4 cycles are shown on each screen. The parameters of selected cycle can be reviewed prior to start by pressing View Cycle touchpad and printed using the Print Parameters button. For delicate or lightly soiled glassware, Steris recommends using the EnviroCare cycle. For processing plastic items, the pre-programmed plastic cycle should be chosen. For processing normally soiled items, Steris recommends selecting the standard cycle. The rinse care cycle should be selected when items need rinsing only. Once a month, the descaler cycle should be run in order to remove hard water deposits from interior of chamber. Once you've selected the appropriate cycle, press the Start Cycle button and the cycle will automatically initiate. While cycle is in process, the screen will display the estimated total remaining cycle time, and various screens will allow for monitoring the progress of the cycle. Process parameters can be viewed at any time during the cycle by pressing the thermometer button. Pressing the Process button brings up an active process and instrumentation diagram. When cycle is complete, a buzzer will sound and the display will show Cycle Complete screen. The alarm buzzer can be silenced by opening chamber door. It is now safe to remove the load. However, the load may still be too hot to handle and may require some additional time to cool. Be sure to use protective gloves such as an oven mitt to remove the load. During the cycle, various alarm messages warn the operator when the washer is experiencing an abnormal condition. Refer to Section 7 in the operator manual for a detailed listing of fault alarms. When a malfunction or fault occurs before cycle is successfully completed, an alarm sounds and the display shows the alarm condition. Press Silence Buzzer on touchscreen to silence buzzer or the Acknowledge touchpad on touchscreen to acknowledge alarm and silence buzzer. If alarm requires no further action, or if the fault condition has been cleared, press Resume on touchscreen to resume cycle operation. Cycle resumes at beginning of the phase where cycle was interrupted. If a critical alarm requires aborting the cycle, press Abort on the touchscreen to abort cycle. At the end of a work session, the washer can be shut down by pressing the Shutdown touchpad in Ready mode. The interior light turns off and the pure water tank and sump are drained. To return into Ready mode and start a cycle, press Wake touchpad. Up to this point, we have been looking at operating the washer from the operator screens. The Reliance XLS laboratory glassware washers have several customizable options and functions that are accessible through the Options menu. All of the customizable parameters are accessed through the Supervisor mode, which allows the authorized person to perform chemical pumps calibration, modify cycle setup, modify chemical parameters, select temperature units, modify options within a range of factory set values, such as date and time, enable printer functions and pump pressure monitoring. Supervisor mode access is secured by a password composed by 4 digits between 0 and 9. We will only review the most critical selections in this video. The other selections are explained in Section 5 in the operator manual. The Reliance XLS laboratory glassware washers are designed with 11 programmable cycles. Each cycle can be programmed according to users' requirements. Once in the Supervisor mode, choose Change Cycle Setup. Select the cycle to be modified, followed by Parameters. Select the cycle phase to be modified and follow the indications on the screen to select the appropriate parameters. For guidelines concerning proper cycle parameters, please consult the Section 5 in the Operator Manual. To assign or change a password, select Change Password in the main Supervisor Mode screen. Enter current and new passwords. Time, date, and date format and units can all be changed by selecting the appropriate button in the Supervisor main screen. Simply follow the on-screen instructions. The Supervisor mode also allows for enabling or disabling the printer and pump pressure monitoring function, as well as selecting the audible alarm mode. Press the Chemical Parameters touchpad to modify chemical names, select chemical pumps, and establish injection ratios. Chemical neutralization parameters can be set using the appropriate touchpad to establish or modify chemical injection pumps ratios. Consult with your consumer representative for assistance with these functions. There are a few easy maintenance considerations for Reliance XLS laboratory glassware washers. These include cleaning debris screen, cleaning washer exterior, cleaning rotary spray arms, cleaning shelving system rotary spray arms, cleaning hard water deposits, replacing chemical containers, inspecting plastic spindle tips and wheels, testing door safety limit switch, testing door automatic stop, changing the printer paper, running descaler cycle. After last cycle of day, allow unit to cool. Remove debris screen as follows. Raise the left portion of loading guide in a 90-degree angle. Unscrew debris screen handle, then remove debris screen from bottom of wash chamber. Clean debris screen and filter under running water. Always clean screens while they're still wet before foreign matter dries. Remove riser valves and inspect for debris. Brush and rinse under tap water if necessary. On a weekly basis, clean washer exterior as follows, using a general cleaner for general stains, a stainless steel stain remover for stubborn stains, and a stainless steel polish to keep equipment looking like new. Using a damp cloth or sponge, apply cleaner in a back and forth motion, rubbing in same direction as surface grain. Thoroughly wipe off cleaner. Polish surface with a clean, dry, lint-free cloth. Remove screw securing rotary spray arm assembly on top of chamber and lower rotary spray arm assembly. Remove locking pins securing each spray arm on rotary spray arm hub. Then unscrew each spray arm from hub. Use fine wire, approximately wire gauge of paper clip, to clean sediment from spray nozzles. Rinse under running water. Reinstall locking pin to secure both spray arms. Place bushings on rotary spray arm hub and reattach rotary spray arm assembly to top of wash chamber. Remove shelf from inside wash chamber. Place shelf upside down on a flat surface to remove rotary spray arms. Remove screw and washer holding hub in place. Remove bushing and spray arms assembly. Use fine wire, approximately wire gauge of paper clip, to clean sediment from spray nozzles. Rinse under running water. Reinstall spray arm and install screw previously removed. Secure using washer and screw previously removed. Reinstall the shelf at proper location. On a monthly basis, remove hard water deposits from chamber and loading accessories as follows, using descaler cycle especially designed for this purpose. Make sure the acid chemical pump is connected to an acidic chemical container. In Ready Mode screen, press Descaler touchpad to select the descaler cycle and press Start button. The descaler cycle will be performed automatically. If detergent is low or has run out, install a new container. Place low-level sensor upright in container. Insert color-coded pickup tube into new corresponding container. Ensure pickup tube is upright. Refer to section 4.2, Priming Procedure of Operator Manual, to fill tubing with detergent if chemical line needs priming. Plastic spindle tips and wheels from accessories must be inspected once every 3 months and replaced as needed to prevent damage to glassware. Refer to Section 8 of the Operator Manual for a list of replacement parts. After 180 days at the end of a cycle, the display will show the following alarm: Door obstruction switch test due. Press Yes to perform the test. A numeric keyboard appears. Enter supervisor password and press Enter touchpad. Display advances to open load door sequence. Press Open touchpad to open load door. Door starts opening and screen advances to obstruction switch test. Each door safety edge is equipped with 4 switches. The flashing arrow indicates the relative position of the switch to be tested. When door is completely open, insert a small screwdriver or the tip of a large paper clip into the hole at the bottom of the door, as indicated by the flashing arrow on the touch screen. A beep sounds to indicate that limit switch is working properly. Proceed with testing the next switch, as indicated on the touch screen. If no beep is heard, repeat the test. If there is still no sound, the limit switch is defective. Call Steris. Repeat these steps for the unload door, if applicable. Twice a year, wearing appropriate personal protective equipment. Press door to open door and attempt to initiate a cycle with load side door open. Close door and start a cycle. Wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, press door to verify operation of automatic stop. For double door units, repeat for unload side door. We'll now cover changing the printer paper roll. Make checking the paper part of your daily routine. If you see the color stripe, the roll should be changed. To change the roll, first press and release on top of the printer outer door. Tear the paper between the take-up spool and printer. Remove the take-up spool from the drive by inserting your fingers in the cavity and lifting slightly to pull the spool out. Remove the used paper from the spindle. Open the interprinter door and remove the old paper roll, gently pulling any remaining tape out of the printer roll mechanism. Insert the new paper roll. Insert the end of the paper into the printer rotor mechanism just behind the ink cartridge. Press the paper feed button on the printer until the paper advances through the printer mechanism and ink cartridge, exiting through the front. Continue pressing the paper feed button until about 18 inches of paper hangs out of the printer. Insert the end of the paper into the slot of the take-up spool. Coil the paper around the take-up spool until it's secure. Reinstall the take-up spool in the bracket and manually roll up the slack paper. Close the printer door. The printer ink cartridge should be changed as soon as type on the printouts is noticeably light or faded and before printouts become difficult to read. Tear the paper between the take-up spool and the printer. Open the access door, then press on the right end of the ink cartridge until the left end of the cartridge pops out of the printer. Slip the cartridge off the end of paper. Slip a new cartridge over the paper in the same way as before, making sure the paper slides between the ink cartridge and ink ribbon. Install the left end of the cartridge first, then push the right end in, snapping it into place. Retighten the ribbon by rotating the wheel on the left side of the cartridge a quarter turn. In addition to routine maintenance, regularly scheduled preventive maintenance is essential for ensuring peak performance and avoiding unscheduled downtime. Refer to the operator manual for a preventative maintenance schedule. Certain preventative maintenance activities must be done by a STERIS service technician or a STERIS-trained service technician in your facility. To schedule a maintenance appointment with a STERIS service technician, please call your local service representative. STERIS also offers 4 on-site preventative maintenance programs. These programs are designed to help ensure your equipment will operate according to factory specifications and to protect your capital investment. Ask your STERIS representative for details on these valuable programs. This concludes the training program for Reliance 400 and 500 XLS laboratory glassware washers. For more information about the presentation you've just seen, or to order supplies or accessories, visit STERISLifesciences.com or contact your STERIS account representative.